Hello, another Tuesday has arrived. That means it's only time for the creators of the Doughnut table. Why did I do that voice? I don't know. Hi everyone, welcome on in. Right, fun fact, Games Guru, fun fact, right? You redeem all these alerts. I can't hear them because they're not assigned to me because I just use stream keys and stuff. I can't even hear any of that, but I'm just taking the... Well, okay, fair enough. Hi. Yeah, okay, yeah. Redeem it all. I can't hear nothing. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Creators of the Doughnut Table, where today we are talking mods, moderators, and every modernization, modifying. What other words begin with mod? Mods themselves. Help me, guys. I'm sinking. I'm sinking fast.
Being a mod, becoming a mod. The life of a mod and living in a basement.
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, because all mods live in basements. So, yeah, before we start insulting all the mods and who they are, let's get introductions out the way. First of all, the cat has gone, so there's just a little pink space behind her. It's Atomic Moonchild.
Hi. Yeah, she buggered off just before we went live.
She was like, I ain't being a part of this. Which cat was that?
Sparky.
Sparky.
She's walking around me somewhere. She might jump up. If we're lucky.
Spring, have you got a cat?
I don't.
Sparky.
Oh, we got
3 children. Not enough time for a cat.
Yeah, you've got time for a cat, man. How many children did you say? 3? Jesus!
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say a really horrible question. Are they all yours? I was like, what a horrible question that would have. Imagine you went, no, none of them.
They're definitely all mine.
No, me and the missus went through a very serious traumatic thing, but I don't really not talk about it. But thanks for the question. Right, which one's that now, Tommy?
Cookie.
Oh, hello.
She's a soft ass.
Right, sorry. I'm getting distracted now by a cat. Anyway, so our beloved guest today, you could say the king of mods, at least king of the local mods, because like if anything is more apt for creators of the Dawn Table because they have a sword. It's Spring Peak.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Spring has peaked. We've already mentioned it's summer. This is such a cheap joke, but it's bad.
I say I peaked the moment I stepped on stage at TwitchCon, but we'll probably talk about that later.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
We got to see it. You got to show us.
Oh, right. So you peaked while on stage. Yeah. Did you? Or were you saying that was your peak, or did you, peak? My cat.
I peaked, then tweaked later. Yeah, it was weird.
Fair enough. And Atomic wants to see your sword later on.
Yeah, I mean, it's always on show.
Right, so
you can see it there.
This is getting really interesting.
Don't look obvious though.
Well, you don't want him to look obvious. Don't want to get in trouble with Twitch, do you? Or break TOS or anything of having your sword on show.
True.
Yeah. Anyway,
Don't want to waggle the sword about.
No, you definitely don't do that. No. Anyway, I hope chat is doing well. I can see Moonbeard and Chaotic Neutral, even though she said she was gonna have an early night. Yeah. I hear excuses. Atomic, it's been a hot minute, or feels like a hot minute for me. I don't know why, I feel like I haven't spoken to you in ages, but how are they?
I'm alright. Life happens. So you just get on with it. But I'm back. I'm here.
And I will state as well, even though if she does, that is incredibly unprofessional. If you see her looking down, she's playing some mobile game because apparently it's 2007.
I'm not. I put it away. I'm professionals. I'm professionals.
Whoa. Right. Have you got one of them fold phones? Oh God, you commoner. This is where. This is where Spring Peak says, "Oh yeah, I have one as well," and then I'm out.
No, I have an unusual phone, but I don't have.
Hang on, right?
Do you have the fold?
No, I don't have a fancy fold phone because I would get triggered by the fold line as much as I would love the rest of the phone. I'm one of those people that can't look past it. So
yeah, same. Right, it's not an Apple, is it?
no.
Oh yes, right.
No, because I'm not a serial killer.
And plus as well, if it
Other
was
phones are available.
if it was Apple, then
No.
I would have just ended the stream right
No,
now.
Apple is amazing at what they do, but it's only really good if you have the whole ecosystem. It's acceptable to lose features if you're having the whole ecosystem, but if you just need the phone, then don't buy Apple because bad.
So what phone have you got? I'm too invested.
Currently, I've got the Xiaomi 12T Pro. Don't look how long. It's 3 years old. The battery lasts 2 days with normal use, and it records in 8K 30. So
right,
come at me.
What is that?
What is it?
Yeah, well, I've never heard of that brand in my entire life.
Xiaomi's a huge brand. Well, it's relatively huge. I've had it for forever.
In probably China.
They were much bigger. They're getting harder to get hold of now because the Americans don't like them and they try and ban them everywhere. But
you got those little microchips in that record your calls.
Yeah.
But no, it's to be fair, it's been an absolutely stellar phone. I had the 10T Pro before this. I've got the 12T Pro now. Although I'm looking at the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL next, but I'm not sure yet.
Oh, the Pixels are looking grand at the moment, aren't they?
Yes, the only thing this doesn't have to even the latest flagship phones now, and this is 3 years old, is this phone doesn't have wireless charging, which is a little bit upsetting because I spend a lot of time at my desk. But you know, cables. Just like cable, I can plug it in, but yeah. It's the only feature it doesn't have. It has everything else. AI photos, image stabilization camera, 8K recording. I can take pictures in RAW format. You name it, I can do it all. So come at me, Apple.
You literally once the Apple conversation stopped, I was lost. I'm a Samsung baby, and I don't even know what model it is. It's 2 years old, and
So mine is essentially a Samsung, just with slightly better features and better battery life. But apart from that, it's the same.
There we go then. So lost. Anyway, Spring. I have to call you Mr. Peak because calling you Spring Peak is a mouthful. So I'm just going to call you Mr. Peak.
Just call me Spring. Spring's fine. Everyone calls me Spring.
Spring. Yes, and then as the conversation goes on, I can call you Summer, and then Autumn, and then Winter. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you like.
Yeah. Spring. For the people who may not know you, as this is your first ever time on Creators of the Dawn Table, who are you?
Good question. I don't even know anymore. I'm Spring Peak. I've been around the content scene for the last 5 or so years. I started streaming on Facebook gaming because I lost my mind and shouldn't have done that. I moved over to Twitch, got integrated over there. Then I started moderating for people. I discovered a creator called That Tourette's Gamer. While he was doing GTA roleplay, we became fairly close friends, and then I started moderating for him. And it's kind of gone from there. There's like an exclusive announcement that he's also going to be the best man at my wedding next year. So me and Ben are tight, to say the least. So yeah, it's kind of all gone from there. I spent a long time trying to make content, and then I realized that I don't have the charisma to make content. So the best thing I should do is use all them hours of learning and apply that to other people, because that's where I'm most useful. So I do a lot of behind the scenes work, whether that's editing, Photoshop, whether that's OBS stuff, you name it, I try and do it all. And yeah, that's kind of been me. I don't stream almost at all now, unless I really, really fancy it. Or there's some sort of special event, like I fancy doing a charity thing. But yeah, so that's been me. I've dabbled in pretty much everything. Live content, recorded content, podcasts. Most of that has just been fact finding, learning what works, what doesn't, how to set things up. I've got like lists of creators that I send people to. Like, if you're starting a stream and this is the kind of stream you want, here's a list. There's all the people if you see a video by these people, you go watch these people, and you'll learn things. So I'm always happy to help people, but I am becoming more aware as I'm getting busier now that I don't have the time to dedicate one-on-one sort of sessions for everybody. So I try and help people help themselves, because there's a huge amount of value in understanding what you're doing. Because when it goes wrong and it's 2 a.m. and I've just gone to bed, I will, if it's Ben, I'll probably answer and go back downstairs. But that's about it. I don't do that. I can't do that for everybody as much as I'd love to. I do need to sleep, and I have a full-time job as well on the side of everything else. So helping, like, empowering people so they understand what it is they're trying to achieve, how they can achieve it, and what to do when it goes wrong. Because there's no point in gatekeeping this information. This information is literally freely available. You can find it anywhere. Just most people don't know where to look for it. And you can say YouTube, that's easy, but they don't know what to search for, or they don't know. So many things I've learned is I'll go to, like, editing's a great example. So I'll go and try and edit something, and I'm like, I really want to do this, like, cool something with a video, or transition, and rather than trying to go how to edit a video in YouTube, which is what people do, how to stream on Twitch, how to do this, how to do that, I'll be like, how to create a fast in and out animation for a widget, and I'll type that into YouTube, and then I'll watch 2 or 3 videos and take bits out of each. And the same thing happens for streaming. So how do I do this with my stream? Okay, I'll go and look at, streamer bot. Okay, how do I understand C# code, or how can I edit a Python script or something like that? And I'll go and learn little snippets, and you then build knowledge over time. And you can do micro learning with shorts and things like that on your lunch breaks, and you just build knowledge over time, and then apply it. I'm just not very good at applying it to myself. I'm really good at applying it for other people. I'm just terrible at applying it to myself.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I try to be useful.
The one thing that I have found loads with people is they're amazing at giving advice, but they're absolutely atrocious at taking it themselves. And it seems like a very common...
The echo chamber of advice is crazy.
Yeah. It's like... so many people... Like, Lady Doll is a really good one. She says to me often of, like, she spits ideas quite often of even for my stuff or for Stream Seed stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's actually really good. But then she just can't come up with ideas herself. Yeah. I'm like...
Do you know what it is? It's like, and I do this with Ben a lot, right? Because the pressure isn't on me. If I come up with an idea, it's because I can picture that person doing it. Because they've already given me something that means that can happen. And we did the same thing, like with the Beyblade Arena. But Ben was just gonna have a Beyblade Arena on his channel, and he was like, "Oh, we'll just, every now and again we'll rip a Beyblade." I was like, "Well, let's not just rip a Beyblade. Let's make it fancy. Let's be the only channel on Twitch that's got a full Beyblade Arena with dedicated camera and lighting, and let's have an automatic redemption, so it's all automated, so it takes all the pressure off the mods. Chat can redeem it. It can be paid out easily just with commands, and there's timers and sounds effects, and there's overlays and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, you could take something so simple, but I can easily go, let's just do this. It's so much simpler if we just do this, because it will look great.
Yeah.
But Ben would probably never have thought about doing it in that way, because the pressure's on him just to, I've got to think about the stream and the content, and I've got to work out how I can fit this into the session. I've got to think about the game that I'm playing and the interaction, all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't have to think about any of that. Let's just do this other stuff in the background and ship it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Which is part of what I do. So I come up with ideas. I will test them in StreamerBot myself, which is one of the reasons I stayed going live for as long as I did. I would test features that I had ideas for. And then I would test them on my channel and try and break them, work out how to use them, what does what when I change things, and then apply it to Ben. And the best thing I can do is you can export through StreamerBot. So I just export the code and paste it straight into Ben's StreamerBot, and it works straight away. It helps having access to his stream PC, so I can do that. He'll just turn his PC on and go out for the day, and I'll just play with his computer and his OBS and stuff.
Do you know if you two ever fall out, his stream is going to look so atrocious. You are literally going to ruin him if you ever.
Yeah, I mean, I have the capability, but I don't have the character to do that kind of thing. But yes, it does create some hilarious moments when we're doing stuff, and we're playing with cameras and we're playing with features, or we're doing something to do with the production of the stream, and he's just chilling in his dressing gown and his underwear. And he's just walking around, and I'm getting screenshots, baby. They are ammunition. No sus screenshots.
Look when you troll him and just like
sometimes
change
I'll just make an emote
stuff.
out of them and not tell him. And chat will find it.
Chat always find it.
It's brilliant. That's one of the core features of being a mod is you have to have good troll game.
Right. So let's get into the meat of this then. So in a summary, Spring, what is a mod in your opinion?
Okay. I'll try and keep this brief because mods they come in all shapes and sizes. You have what I would call like upfront mods. They're people that are in the chat and their target is engagement. They're there to communicate with your chat. Then you have people like me who are like more senior mods who have something to do with production, idea planning, editing, all that kind of stuff. They take that elevated step. And then there's other moderators that purely only do things in the background. They're in charge of Discord. They're in charge of keeping an eye on, your Twitter feeds, or they're looking for new trends for you and that kind of stuff. And they don't really talk in chat because they've got things going on in their lives, but they contribute in different ways. So being a moderator isn't all about just, banning people. In fact, that's probably the thing I do the least.
Fair enough. So, Atomic, same question to you. In your humble opinion, what is a mod?
Very similar to what Spring said. Like you've got your different categories of mods. So yeah, exactly. You got the active upfront ones, the ones that are in chat, like saying how you doing, welcoming raiders, that sort of stuff. They're on with commands like on fire. You've got the ones that work on the production behind the scene. They're the ones turning the gears. They're the one giving you the ideas, helping you run with it. They're the tech minds. And then you do have the more behind the scenes ones. They might even be in your chat. I'm probably falling in that category more than anything, where you're just chilling and I lurk a lot and I just try and keep an eye out for bots and stuff like that when I'm modding. But because I have a busy life and as you know, I'm in my voice chat a lot, so I'm just hanging out with people. So I've got a lot of noise going on. So I'm kind of the mod that sits back and I kind of like keep an eye on things. I'm also good in Discords like that too. But I keep it to a minimum because, yeah.
So we'll get onto you in a sec, Spring. But this... Well, no, actually, no, I can ask this question. Even though you said you don't stream as much no more, because when was the last time you streamed? I know you streamed in February because the pair of you and myself streamed for Sans, which was very fun. Because I've got a screenshot of you, Spring Peak, of you after you've shaved your beard.
Yeah. That wasn't the bad bit, to be fair. The recovery from that, I mean, the children weren't impressed and there was the misses, but that wasn't that bad. What was bad was after waxing the chest. That took weeks to heal properly. Like that irritated my skin so bad.
I can imagine.
So worth it for Sans. I'd do it again in a heartbeat or when the hair grew back. But yeah, it's not a fun time at the time. The half bottle of Tabasco sauce also don't recommend.
I don't do spice. I don't do spice at all.
I mean, it's not even that. It's just Tabasco's just hot for no reason. and it just like I enjoy spicy food. I'm building up my spice tolerance at the moment and doing things like that for charity. Like I'll do it. I don't really care as long as it's within TOS. Like for the most part, I won't shave my head because I do have a professional life and a family that I would like to still exist after the stream. But
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody just says they're going to donate $5,000 to charity, I'm probably going to shave my head. Like, let's be honest.
So,
Elephant cat would.
For $5,000, the only thing I would have to have is $5,000. Do I get to keep the money, or is this going to charity? $5,000.
It's going to charity, and it has to be a single dono. That's not like hit $5,000 as a goal. That's a single drop.
Right. I would 100% shave my head, but I wouldn't shave the beard. Because me without the beard, I go from 35 to 15 in just getting rid of the beard. But
not even the worst bit.
But my hair Yeah, to be fair, I'm waiting for my mental breakdown so I can shave my head and just be like, yay! I would look like an egg. I look worse than an egg. I remember, right?
I would look like an egg.
Right, so this is a fun little quack story of at my graduation in 2012, 2013. Went to my graduation and
It's in a uni graduation.
yeah. Like, proper one. I got that's when I got my BA honours in performing arts, if you haven't worked that out yet. Ho 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 ho. Quack my panda BA.
He says with a cutting out mic.
I do, so you
Yeah,
can't.
but it's BA, not production.
Yeah.
It's not in production.
Exactly. Exactly. There was a guy in my class, and he was in his 70s, he was, and I remember him going up to my mother, and he just leaned over to her, and he went, "Oh, looks like his first day at school, doesn't it?" And I was like, "I'm like 23. Thanks for that." So, yeah, beard stays. Right, so Spring, when was the last time you roughly streamed? Because you said you haven't streamed in a hot minute.
Probably March. It's been a while. It's probably March. I did the sand stream, and then I did a few streams after that. One thing we were looking at doing was me and my partner were doing like a Sunday night co-stream where she would join me on the channel and play like whatever they're called, co-op games.
Yeah.
And we did really enjoy that. To be fair, as I've found out a lot since bringing Mrs. Spring to events, she's an amazing entertainer and brilliant at networking, and she's way better at it than I am. So she's my secret weapon when we go to events.
And do you know what my secret weapon is? Mrs. Quack.
There you go. See,
Because
it's the strong women behind us that make us who we are.
She will go and talk to anybody, whereas I'm such like I don't like people, so I don't want to go speak to anyone. I want to speak to the people I know. So I don't want to make new friends. People scare me. And then next thing I know, I'll turn around and Mrs. Quack is talking to like 3 random people. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And she's like, I just started talking to him. I'm like, who are they though? She was like, oh, well, that's John, that's Terry, and that's Kevin. I'm like, how did that come? She just went up and said hello. I'm like, nah, not happening. Actually, fun story, because she just spoke. That's how Chaotic Neutral and Mrs. Quack met, because they were both lost in Cardiff. Anyway, March. That was the last time you streamed.
I'm more like you. I like talking to the people I know. I'm really not good at talking to new people.
So is Moonbeard is he your secret sauce?
No, he's as socially awkward as I am. He's worse.
Is the dog the secret sauce?
We just both sit in a corner and just like.
Do you both just sit in your chairs with your foot hammocks?
Hey, they haven't got that yet.
Hey, thanks to Spring, we're gonna get some.
Spring Peak hammocks specifically for moderators.
Yes.
So we can just kick back in our chair and model our feet up.
It's great because no one knows what we're on about. Anyway, Spring, let's take a moment to thank mods. Who are your moderators in your stream?
God, now you put me on the spot. Okay, so we'll start with...
If he doesn't remember, the mods are going to come for him.
I will preface this with I wrote all of my moderators' names on the mod appreciation board at TwitchCon. So although they couldn't be there, I wanted to make sure that my mods, although I was on other people's boards, I wanted to make sure my mods were there because they have helped a great deal over the years. And so my longest serving mod is somebody called Killer Brit. We've become very close. He's in NA, so he's not local. I can't just pop around and see him, which upsets me a lot because he's an incredible guy who didn't stream for so long, but he's been there every step of the way. He was my moderator on Facebook. He came over to Twitch with me. He's always there. He's one of those mods that will go out of the way and help me if I need it in the background, but because of the time difference and work and family life, he can't always be in chat. But if I need him, he will be there. So he's one of he's the longest serving mod. There is nobody that supports me quite like him. Once my cooler died on my PC, which it seems strange as that just happened to Ben, so strangely relevant right now. But my cooler died. And he just sent me a message and went, "You need to get back to streaming. Happy Christmas," and just got me a new cooler. I was like, dude, this is insane. Like, thank you so much.
Damn.
Like, so he will support where he can. It's not always money stuff. He's just always there. He'll drop me a text every now and again and say, "How are you?" Then one of obviously the most important mods, and the most important person in my life is Mrs. Spring. I've had to teach her how to mod. I created her a Twitch account so that I could mod my own Twitch on a laptop using her account. And then eventually we transitioned to me teaching her how to mod and what to do and how commands work and stuff like that. And she's there, you know, waving the flag and banging the drum every stream. So very important. We've got Souls X God. He's somebody I met in the roleplay scene. He's always pretty much there every stream as well. So I'm quite lucky that the few mods that I have, and I'm genuinely going to go and have a look because I feel guilty if I forget somebody because I'm on the spot. But Souls is there. He's always supporting, always doing his stuff. He comes in with the wildest messages just to completely throw me off. And that is the kind of people I need in my life. For sure, that's the kind of people I need in my life. So double check. Yeah, we actually don't. I had like a big sort of clear out of moderators. So we've got Killer Brit. We've got hundreds of bots. Oh, and Ben's one of my mods because
how can you forget him?
Because I forget that he modded my channel because Ben is a pretty terrible moderator as moderators go.
I would say for the chaotic element of a moderator.
He used to be one of my mods.
Like I say,
terrible.
For the chaotic element of a mod, he definitely covers that one quite well.
Yeah, but you get snippets of like 4 minutes, and then you don't hear nothing off him for an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Bless him. He is busy though. He does his own shit. He has like, he just can't keep attention for like 2 seconds. He just flicks off and does his own shit.
He's the busiest unemployed man you'll ever meet.
Right? Yeah.
So Atomic, let's take your mods on for a ride. Who are your mods, and well, the ones that deserve a spotlight?
I'm really picky with mods, like, because it's that trusting factor in it. So my ultimate mod is obviously Moonbeard. Like he fits in all 3 of those categories, so he does pretty much bloody everything. He's like the Spring Peak to Ben. To me.
That's much easier access to your PC. I can't just and do stuff with Ben. I have to log in.
Oh god, if you could, fucking hell. That would be hilarious. I have Clay, Obsiah, who's absolutely amazing. He gets my clips. He's always on ball. Ginger Viking, he's really good with shout outs. Fucking amazing. I have Chaotic as like an editor behind the scenes as well. She sometimes gets clips, which is amazing. So thank you for that. I have Yantastic TV. He's amazing. We met through our love of Buzz Lightyear. In fact, I met him at Knott's VGE and he got me this. He's awesome. He's honestly awesome. I have my brother as well, who's known as Echo. I ain't even put names on this. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Echo Frost, I think his name is. He's changed his name so many times. But he's one of the most inactive ones. He'll like be behind the scenes, then all of a sudden like a channel point redemption will happen, and I'll be like, "Oh, hiya, thanks for being there. I appreciate it." But yeah, so they're all great. That's all of them.
So I have to, because if we're all shouting out their mods, I have to do mine. So I have,
of course,
I have Mrs. Quack, but I.
Carry on, go on.
I'm gonna lie, I'm so confused. I zoned out for like half a second, and
it was you going there, of course. Because I went, of course, and you just went, of course. Sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
It does that to me, but you can't help it. Right. Jibs my accent back at me all the time.
Right. Right. Atomic, can we have a quick little team meeting really fast?
Yeah, go on.
Right. So chat, ignore this. Spring, I do apologize about this, but why is it every single stream you find something that is literally you piss yourself laughing and you like struggle to deal with the rest of the stream then? What's with that?
At least she doesn't laugh herself to pissing. That could be awkward.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
I need extra points for that. Extra points for that.
Right, you don't.
It's literally just because I find a lot of things funny. Okay, like have you even been in any of my streams? I piss my sides over anything. Literally, just anything makes me laugh. It's stupid.
Oh my god. Anyway, I know. Put the.
And if it catches me off guard, that's when you get me like that.
What
But
are
then-
you drinking, by the way?
course.
It looked. Of course. Is it Monster?
Of course.
Oh!
It's sriracha.
Is it actually spicy?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know-
Not as spicy as the powder, though.
Wait, what is that?
So
That is
that's sneak.
Sriracha hot
Sriracha
energy.
Sneak energy drink.
Yes.
Obviously.
Mango, pineapple, and lime.
Ah,
It's really nice.
I bet
It's
it
really
is.
nice.
Do you know what? You can keep it. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh!
You can drink mine too. No
Yeah.
worries.
Everyone, we need to.
I like spice.
We need to do the. Why is it spicy? Because Ross is subscribed. Thank you. Ross.
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy? Ross, thank you very much for
Don't-
the 39-month sub. Because
Don't want me to do the honours.
of
Why is it spicy?
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Soundboards. Anyway, so my mods are Mrs. Quack, purely because I feel like we're all in the same boat. We've had like contractually obliged to have our partners as mods. She is a very good mod because she will literally shout me from the rooftops and I feel like I don't need it. So if I'm like on a hype train, she'll go into the Discord and be like, atting everyone. I'm like, don't at everyone, that might piss them off. I don't care. And she'll break all my rules in my Discord, but like I can't shout at her because she will just kick me out the house. So I can't really I can't get away with that one, so I've just sort of let her do what she wants to do. And then we have Grumble Bunny, who is my longest mod. She was in my streams pretty much from like the first or second week I started streaming. And to be fair, hasn't left. And to the point where she knows I'm such a thing with food that she sent me Kendall mint cake.
Wait.
Oh, nice.
Don't tell me you can't eat Kendall mint cake.
No, I've never tried it.
Okay.
And basically,
Do it. Do we do it now?
I've had some, it's lovely.
All right, okay.
Right.
You said you never tried it.
No, I didn't.
You had never
Yeah, but you
tried
don't
it.
like eggs.
Right? Oh, for fuck. Here we
Or bananas.
I just,
How can you bring up food and not expect that to
I was
be
gonna
a
say,
thing? Don't
actually,
like eggs.
I've
Hot
just
deal.
remembered both of you were for Stream for Sans thing, so both of you know that I've got such food phobia. Or fish cake, yeah, fish cake was.
You have no idea how hard it was for me not to bring bananas to CCM.
Yeah. So she sent me a Kendall mint cake because her and Thunder Phoenix were talking about
Oh,
it.
the hummus.
Yes, the hummus as well was another one. That was.
That were the best. Ari, I just...
So my daughter was eating the rest of the hummus that I didn't want, and Atomic had caught a screenshot of her just looking at me and just going with hummus like up to her elbow, just like, "Father, help me." Yeah.
It was so good.
The other
That were beautiful, honestly.
it is one of my favorite clips. The other thing Grumble sent me was XL crisps,
Oh,
the cheesy
the ridged ones.
No, XL crisps. I don't know. They're up north.
Sell crisps.
They were really cheesy. They're just really cheesy
An
walkers,
up
basically.
north thing.
Yeah, apparently. So Atomic, if anyone's gonna know them, you are.
These are
What?
the kind of crisps that. Oh, but they're Golden Wonders.
Are they? Might be.
The XL, they're the ridged ones, aren't they?
I don't know if they're
No.
ridged.
No, they're just standard crisps.
Not ridged.
Yeah, they're just crisps. They're just normal
XL.
XL. Oh well, I'm the only one here. Anyway, so she just sends me random stuff, which I always appreciate.
Cheese balls.
No, they're not cheese balls.
No, they're just crisps.
Jesus, H. Corbett.
Never had them.
Right. There we go then. This conversation is taking on way too long just over the conversation of crisps. yeah, so she's my longest mod, and then I have hashtag top mod, which is Bobby Penguin, who basically does everything. Because the only thing that I've discovered with my mods is they do this really stupid thing, and they like go live their lives, which I really don't appreciate, because then that like affects me, and it's really I'm quite somewhat selfish. So I did have 2 more mods, which was Oops Was That Me, but he decided that he wanted to move to Mid Wales and start like 4 businesses. So that was rude. And then we used to have Ghostman Chaos. And I can't really remember why he started tipping. Oh, it was Pokemon Go. He goes out and plays Pokemon Go a lot.
Bro got lost in the valleys
Yeah.
doing Pokemon Go.
So yeah, I've only have mainly Bobby, Grumble, and Mrs. Quack and my hashtag top mods. But yes, we to applause to all mods for Atomic, Spring Peak, and me. You do a good job. And our partners are contractually obligated to be our mods. Okay. So, the one question I want to bring to you, Spring, is since you are such a serious mod,
Yeah.
as a streamer who has mods and being a mod for streamers, how many mods is too many?
Okay. The general rule of thumb is that if you can click on your VOD and watch 4 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how active your chat is, and all you see is mod badges, you've got too many. Because, and the reason I say that, like, don't just make every viewer that chats a lot that's loyal because they chat every day and you've been streaming for 6 months. Don't make every single one of those a moderator. Moderators are there for a reason. And it's not just like you're not giving out the mod badge as like a gift for loyalty or like a reward for loyalty. That's what VIPs are for. But people that are new that come into your channel are going to feel very intimidated by walking into what. So you walk in and it's already scary talking in a new community, right? Now imagine that new community is essentially like a tight-knit group of people that all have this special badge. It's even harder to get into that group. So don't have too many mods. If I would say if your chat is like, I don't know, say it's like 3 messages every minute or 2 minutes, right? So relatively small chat, 1 mod's fine, or 2. You can have 2. It depends on how active they are. If they're 2 people that are there all the time, maybe you don't need to have both of them as a mod. But if you have 2 people that sporadically come in and out throughout the night or do different days, then yeah, you can have 2 mods because they're not always going to be there at the same time. It's something that we discuss a lot on Ben's channel. Is I obviously spend a lot of time in Ben's channel. So when he's live, I feel like I have to be there. So when 6 p.m. rolls around, Monday to Friday, I see that as that's me clocking in for work. Like, I don't see that as... I obviously enjoy it, but, like, you can enjoy your job and still have a job, right? So I see that as clocking in for work. I appreciate that not all moderators can be like that. Ben does get stressed, even with a channel of his size, when all of the mods are there and we're all chatting and bantering to each other. Because even at his size, he feels like people will still feel intimidated by there being way too many moderators in chat at one time. And that's the point I then take a step back, because I know the other mods are there. They can chill, they're talking to people, and it's 1 less badge. I'll just monitor from a distance, I'll watch, and I get to sit back and enjoy the content for a bit. So, yeah, don't flood your channel. Don't you flood your channel. VIPs are there for a purpose. If there's somebody special that's been loyal to you for a few months, they don't have to be subbed to be a VIP or anything like that. They don't really get any extra perks. They get the badge, and they get... what else do they get? Not a lot else, right? VIPs. There's like sub only chat and things like that. I think they get access to or something if they're a VIP. So yeah, it's a little something to say thank you, but you don't need to give them a mod badge for that. And there's different levels to moderator. There's the moderator, then there's the editor level, so I can go and download VODs of Ben's and things like that, delete clips off his channel. which is really important. If you are somebody that has something like Tourette's and people clip things out of context, I can go on there and delete those before they get anywhere, really, for the most part. But yeah, that's sort of, don't have too many mods. If your chat is filled with mod badges, you've got too many. It's as simple as that. And discuss it with the people that are your mods. Don't just unmod them. Just say, like, look, guys, I'm really trying to grow. I feel like it could be impacting my engagement. Who doesn't really feel like doing it? Who doesn't, you know what I mean? Who doesn't? This is what I need from a mod team. Who doesn't feel up to it? Say now, like, you'll still be VIP or whatever. You're still welcome in the community. We'll love you forever. All the kisses, everything else, whatever. But who wants to take a step back? Don't necessarily be like, I'm getting rid of you because you talk the less. Like,
Yeah.
be open with them.
I always do a thing in my mod chat in the Discord, because I call them the pretend bosses, because they think they're bosses and they're not. And I always do. Oh Christ! I don't want to give it like a specific date, but I want to say 6 months ish. I'll either message them directly myself, or I'll just do it as a group thing of like, how is everyone doing? In terms of because if you're a mod in my channel, you're a mod in the Discord as well. And that's why there's literally the 5 of them, but like I say, with Oops Is That Me and Ghostman Chaos, they have both stepped away from the Twitch, and now they only do Discord, which I'm absolutely gravy with. And what I do is I say to them, because in my Discord we have a daily question, because people have bots for daily questions. I was like, no, we'll do a daily message, only the one daily message, where whoever is daily message it is can ask whatever question they want, as long as it's not depressing and bloody, like, you know, how do you want to murder someone. Actually, no, that was how one question was how to hide a body the other day. But they can ask whatever they want, and then I'm like, right, are you still okay being a mod for Discord? Yeah, I'm all good, or not. And then we literally adjust accordingly, because I feel like sometimes, like you say, if some people feel obliged, once they're in the modding role, they feel obliged to power through, even though they don't have to. And sometimes you can feel that passion leave them. Or like I say, if they're busy and their real life takes over, then, you know, they haven't got the time for it no more, but they feel like, oh, I can't really just step down kind of thing. So I feel like having that is everything good, a nice opt-out option for them that I give them quite often to make sure that everything's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think when you're a smaller channel as well, you don't have to feel obliged to have roles like head moderator.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only Ben's head moderator because I take some of that pressure off of him.
Yeah.
So whether that, you know, we just took on that chick Rebby recently as a moderator. I've known her for quite a while. She moderates it's Snelling. He's a good pal of mine as well. I know that she's trustworthy. So when I realize that I need to take a step back, and I'm saying to Ben, I need some time off, but we don't have enough people that are able of being there. They're perfectly capable of moderating, but they're not able to be there all the time. And I'm like, I need somebody that can sort of fill my boots while I'm not there. They don't have all the access, but they're still there to talk, to chat, to meme, to know the commands and that kind of stuff. So I recommended to Ben that we take on that chick Rebby. I discussed it with her as well. So I sort of do like that onboarding role.
Yeah.
For him, filter out, because if you say, look, I'm looking for moderators, and then people start DMing you. So generally people DM me instead of Ben, and I'm happy. I'm fine with that because Ben gets enough messages about all kinds of things anyway. So head moderators can take that kind of role off you, but like Atomic said earlier, it's a huge trust thing.
Yes.
Like, don't head moderate somebody just because you've known them for a few months. And it doesn't even need to be a head mod title. We just called it that because it's like the done thing, and it means that even the moderators know they've got somebody to reach out to, even if it's not Ben. Yeah. I'll get messages of other moderators while Ben's live on my nights off. Like, this has occurred. What do I do? How do I do this? Or, you know, what do you want me to do with this situation? How can we diffuse it? Like, discuss it with each other. And I like to be that person that's there for them as much as I am for Ben. So
Yeah.
if they need something, they know they can reach out. Moderators, it's just, they're just people like that are there to support you, but also there's a limit to what you can and can't ask a moderator to do. Okay, it is a unpaid, unofficial role. I mean, for the most part, most moderators don't get paid unless you've got a huge channel or they do, everyone's on the payroll. It's a little bit different then. But if you're going live 4 nights a week for 4 to 5 hours at a time, you're realizing that you're expecting 2 or 3 other people to also essentially be live with none of the benefits of being a content creator
Yep.
during that time.
Yep. That's one
and-
thing. That's sorry to interrupt. That's one thing that I do absolutely wholeheartedly agree with. My mods always say like, "Oh, I'm getting the missing streams," and I always say there is literally zero pressure. Like, I'm not on the level of Ben stream where my chat is going off and I can barely keep up with it. But like, I'm always saying like, there is zero pressure to be there. Because at the end of the day, they have to live their own lives as well. And if I'm gonna do, I don't know, if I could, I feel fancy today, I might do a 4-hour stream. There is no way on God's green earth I'm gonna expect someone to sit there and do the 4 hours with me.
Yeah.
Because like you say, there's just no benefit for them. I'm gaming, I'm doing what I want, But also as well, I would never mainly because I wouldn't do that for someone unless it's Mrs. Quack and I will sit there. For me to give 4 hours of my day is quite a lot. So yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with.
Yeah, and don't think for a second just because of Ben's numbers, he doesn't say the same thing to me. Like, I was at work earlier and he had some issues with his OBS and he phoned me knowing I was at work and was like, "I'm really sorry, dude. I know you're at work. I know you're probably trying to get your butt out the door, like you're clothing, like sorting yourself out for the end of the day." He's like, "I'm having these problems." And sometimes, like, Ben is fully capable of fixing this problem himself, but he was in full panic mode. I go live in 40 minutes and I can't get any of my capture card stuff to work. And he's like, sometimes you just need to be there as somebody they can scream and shout at for a bit, or to straighten them out when they need someone to give them some guidance. And there's a content creator out there that everyone should go and check out as well called My Name's Midas, Midas. He's hilarious, but he has all of these crazy ideas, and he just needs, he needs that moderator in his life to channel that creative energy and help him push these creative ideas into fully fledged, features or whatever. And Ben needed that too. Ben definitely needs that sometimes, where he's stressing about something, things are going wrong, he's not really sure what to do, he's worried about the outcome rather than the problem. So you're just your voice to say, "Look, this is fine, we can do this." And then after it was all fixed, I just said to him, "Okay, you go and have fun. Now I'm going to stress." So, you go do that. I'm going to stress. But I can literally message Ben and say, "I'm really sorry, dude. I'm super busy tonight. I've got some meetings on or whatever. I'm not going to be around much." And he's like, "Dude, why are you saying like sorry for not being there?" I'm like, "Because it's my job." He's like, "Yeah, but you have a life and a family and a job and other projects on. Like, don't stress." Well, I stress, but that's my fault. Like, there's no pressure from Ben ever to be there, even though I have that kind of role. Yes, if something breaks, people will DM me, but it's usually the other community that will DM me before Ben does. And then I'll come in, scream at him for breaking something. He'll blame me. I'll blame him. I'll fix problem. Chat praise me. Chat meme Ben. And then I go back to watching a film or something that I was doing with the missus or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Eating dinner or something. Like,
it's the circle of life, as they say.
Oh, for sure.
Atomic, we'll spit the question back to you. How many mods is too many? Because I quickly think, did Lady Doll say she has 17? Where did I see
That is too many, I would say. Bloody hell, lady.
Where
But then again, it depends how often you stream, how big of a channel you are. like you need people who are going to be there when you're going to be streaming. So you could have like loads of mods, but they all just work at different times that you stream or different things that you're doing. Or you could have the bare minimum mods. Like I only have a handful that do different things and are about when they're about, kind of thing. I'm very laid back though, so. But some people are very rigid, and it's nice to have people that are going to be there at different times. So if you're having a late night stream, it's good to have like maybe American mods that are up, that kind of thing. And
that's exactly why
I don't
Calibrate works with me, because I used to
Yeah.
stream 10 till 2, and then I used to stream 8 till late. So the 8 till late streams was great because he was like 6 hours behind. It was like lunchtime for him. He could chill, and then when he finished work, we'd catch some games towards the end of my stream. During the day, because he worked from home, he could mod whilst I was live, and sometimes he would get up early before work, and we'd play some games together on stream beforehand. So having moderators from around the world based on your stream time, and that will happen naturally. You don't need to go looking. If you're a 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. streamer in the UK, because that's just the way life works for you and whatever, then you don't need to go, I'm going to start posting in my Discord looking for Americans that want to mod because my British guys can't be there, or whatever, my European community can't be there for that. Like, it will happen naturally. That's the whole point. Like, you don't need to go searching for moderators.
That's what I was gonna say. Was the one thing, because I haven't seen it for quite a while, but I remember there was a brief period where people were posting on like Twitter and stuff, going, I'm looking for mods. And I'm like, what do you mean you're looking for mods? Because we've both established, we've all established here that like being a moderator is quite it can be a very serious responsibility in terms of there's a lot of trust between you and that moderator, because like I said with you, Spring, of like, if you and Ben ever argue, you could just destroy everything that he got.
Yeah, I mean, me and Ben argue all the time. Don't think for a minute we don't. It's usually because I'm telling Ben he needs to do something.
Yeah.
And that's part of where I've moved into like management as well. So I sort of semi-manage Ben.
So like
you can argue, but
yeah, you can argue.
doesn't matter.
But like, imagine giving someone, if I post, I'm looking for a new mod, and then I don't know Mr. Slipper's highly on, by the way. He messages me. He's like, oh yeah, I've modded for 6 people. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a mod badge now, and all of a sudden, like, there's this. Yeah, they say it. Surely, if you need to reach out and have mods, then I don't think you're really looking hard enough, because it should like you say, it just should naturally happen.
The best mods come from your community.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, your inner circle, your people who you gel with and hang and speak to.
I think when people say I need mods, sometimes they say it in jest, especially if it's on like X or something like that, on a platform, social media platform. I don't think they mean it as seriously as like, I need a mod. Like, this is my opening, come DM me, I need a mod. But I think sometimes when people go, I just need more mods to help me, what they actually need is a better team. It's not just mods, they're just calling them mods. But what they actually mean is, I need people I can bounce ideas off. I need people that can help me with Photoshop or editing or something like that. I need people that understand algorithms. I need people that can help with my Discord and build the community over there. I need engagement people. I need that. We umbrella everything underneath moderator, but like we said before, with all the different like avenues and like the umbrella of mods and all these different kind of levels of tasks that mods can have, I would say that is what you want as a viewer. If you want to become a moderator, the best way of doing that is to make yourself useful. So loyalty is the first thing. Be there, be chatting, understand, appreciate, and respect the streamer, and really believe in them. But if you really want to be a good mod, bring something to the table. Are you, excuse my language, but are you shit hot at Discord? Like, that's going to help. Or do you know how to edit? Are you a wizard on CapCut? Are you brilliant with Canva? Do you understand TikTok? Do you know what the trends are? if you bring something to the table after, a good few months of being there in the community and representing yourself in the right way and representing that streamer in the right way, then, say I'd really like to be a mod. Ask the question. Look, I'd really like to be a mod. I'm not expecting a yes or no right now. These are the things I'd like to do. Is it okay if I grab a couple of say you're an editor, right? Is it okay if I grab a couple of your clips and I edit them and send them to you? Don't put them anywhere else. Just send them to the content creator and say, look, this is what I'd like to do with you, and this is what I can offer.
So
and that's like the easy way in, if you like.
There's a question that Mr. Slippers has asked. By the way, Leon, thank you for the 20-month sub. How is the boss of StreamSeed got less of a sub than Ross? That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway,
because Ross wants that KFC.
He does, but yeah, okay. So
he's dedicated to the cause.
He is dedicated to the KFC fund. So he goes. Where was it?
Is it the question when is the right time to get a mod?
No, it was a previous question. We'll get on to the other one, Mike.
Okay.
That was what Guild said.
No.
Guild said a question.
He did. Let me host. Dare. I'm not here for this.
I'm doing what a co-host does here.
What? Make my life hell.
Because at first you said you're answering Leon's question. I'm just pointing out that it's actually Guild's.
It's not. It's not because Leon has said. He said. You guys were chatting about how you don't expect a voluntary mod to be there when you start to finish, and I agree. But what if they were? But if you were there to pay someone for that time, would you expect them to be there for the full hog? Spring Peak, answer before I get angry.
That's fine. So I would say if you are looking to pay your moderators, that is a discussion you need to have between each other, and that is not saying I would like you to be a mod and I stream 4 days a week for 4 hours at a time, and you are going to be there for that time and you'll be paid hourly. I wouldn't say that's the best way of doing it.
No.
What I would say is I would like to pay you for your mod services, and the best way of doing it is like a timesheet kind of thing. I want to pay you for mod services and submit time. Now, the best approach to start that conversation as to what they can offer is what can you offer?
Yes.
I would like to pay you for moderation. I don't want to put too much pressure on you. What are you comfortable offering? And the best way for them to respond and for the response you're looking for is, I can do 10 hours a week. I can do this much a week, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you sort that problem out. So, yes, agreeing that having voluntary people there and wanting them to be there as much of the stream as possible is fine. If you're looking to pay them, I wouldn't say I pay you per hours on stream, as in you're committed to being there the whole time. It's exactly the same as work.
Yeah.
If you work a flexible job, then you have a set amount of hours you need to do and you complete them in the time that you have to do them. It doesn't have to be a 9 to 5 situation. I think if you try and instruct 9 to 5 situation in the creative space, it doesn't work very well because people have lives.
Yes.
Now, if they're already there 4 hours every night, then fine. They might turn around and go, look, dude, you're all I do. When I get home from work, that's all I do. I just watch your stream all night.
Yeah.
So fine. If that's what you want to do, that's what you're going to do. So if you're paying them, it needs to be a discussion as to what they are capable of committing to you, and don't allow them to overcommit.
It could be. You could treat it like a 0-hour contract, even though this is the only situation where a 0-hour contract would work, because 0-hour contracts suck and they should be gone. But
the 0-hour contract works on the creator gives you an allocation of hours that you can do.
Yeah.
That's why I said timesheets would be a better way of doing it. So you say you can bill me essentially for this many hours per week maximum. That's what I can afford to pay you. And then they submit timesheets. You log it somewhere, whether it's in Discord or whatever. But I do think for the most part, that's way too serious. It's just too serious. Like most creators are not in that position. And when you're at like Pirate Software level, where you got 20,000 viewers, or Angry Ginger or someone like that, they'll have them on contract. It'll be a salary job.
I was going to say, yeah, to be fair, I think most people that we will ever speak to, because I don't think Angry Ginger is going to be answering my emails at any point. I think most of us at this point will be we will always be in the voluntary space. I don't think payment is going to be due to us unless I don't know, one of our streamers, it like the lottery or something, postcode lottery or something. Right. Okay. Atomic, this one's to you now, okay? Anger's back. Guild has asked, I have a question about mods. How much control over streams... I've highlighted it too much and there's buttons. Oh, no, there's buttons in the way. Oh, there we go. How much control over streams do you guys give your mods? Atomic, answer, please.
Okay. Freaking hell. I'm sure, like, the mod role, you basically just have a blanket, like, ability to do anything a mod role gives you, basically. But you do have the difference between a mod role and an editor.
Yes.
Where editors can, like, they can get clips, they can take your VODs, they can do all, like, they can work with your content. But the mod role, I think it's, like, literally a blanket thing. The only time I think where you're give away and take away permissions is in a Discord for moderators there, because you can obviously choose and pick what they have access to, what they can do, what they can't do, stuff like that kind of thing. So I think for Twitch it's literally just a blanket in it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say as far as like going outside of Twitch controls, the best way for you to control how much access moderators have to your production or something like that is using systems like StreamerBot and things like that, where their commands can trigger actions.
Yeah.
And that way you can give them more power, in a sense, to do certain things. So I have one on my channel because I am terrible at remembering to change my scenes. So because I used to play a lot of games like Escape from Tarkov, where I sit in a loading screen for 5 minutes. So I'll sit on a full screen camera and we'll chat and chill for a moment. And then when I get into the raid, I'll run around and everyone's like, dude, we can't see the game. Oh yeah, so I just have exclamation scene or exclamation overlay that moderators can use, and that changes my scene back to where it needs to be. That's where trust comes in, because there might be a reason I'm covering my screen, but it's down to them to know when that is. So you can give extra power to moderators where required. Do I recommend that you have a setup like me and Ben do, where I have access to his stream PC for as long as that PC is turned on? No. I do not recommend you do that. That is a very, very specific and unique relationship that me and Ben have, and there is a hell of a lot of trust built into that. But I have that access not because I'm Ben's moderator. I have that access because I'm a trusted person in Ben's circle.
That is not even that. It's you're a very close friend of his. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he literally turns his PC on. If I need to work on something, he will turn his PC on and go out of the house.
Yeah.
And just leave me. And I have access to all of his accounts are logged in on that PC. I have access to all of his social accounts, his emails, everything I need. I could probably, if I tried hard enough, get into his bank. Not that I ever would, but that's the, you know what I mean? Maybe I will get paid for my work. And I have that level of access. Do you need to be doing that? No. Yeah. When do you need to think about having moderators in your channel in general? As soon as you realize you're struggling to cope with the tasks that need to be done and it takes away from your content. If you don't have time to do shout outs, there's two options. You stream a bot and automate it, or have moderators. They're your options. If you're playing games where you cannot, like a racing game, for example, a sim racing, you may not be able to do shout outs. Automate it, get a moderator. There's options there. So when you feel like you can't do the tasks on your own anymore, and you're weighing up, do I buy a bigger stream deck or do I ask one of my community to help me out? The community to help you out, if they're already offering, is free. Go for that option first. Of course, we all like cool tech and buying new peripherals for our gaming setups. So obviously buy the stream deck as well. Why not? But yeah, that's when you sort of need moderators. That's when you need to start thinking about what controls can I give them. Wherever you think your bar is of how comfortable you are with the access that they have, come down like 20%, and that's like the maximum you actually give.
Yes. Yeah. Right. This is because we are going to look to wrap up soon. Let's move on from modding for a sec. Well, it is still with modding. And we'll move over to Amsterdam. A couple of months ago, where
Rotterdam.
Oh, whatever.
I get confused because I flew into Amsterdam, so I got confused.
you were technically on the Twitch front page for a good couple of minutes, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
You was.
Yeah, I was.
Would you like to care to tell the lovely ladies and gentlemen why was you on the Twitch front page when you were in Rotterdam?
So I was invited to be a part of this year's TwitchCon Mod Appreciation event live at the opening ceremony of TwitchCon Rotterdam 2025. I had a message from the wonderful Straight Uru, or Elijah, who is the lead organizer for Cardiff community meetups. So between him and the rest of sort of like the MTC guys, so people like Nathan and Carlton and Ben, they'd all sort of discussed it and said they'd like to put me forward for it. I was absolutely honored to have that opportunity. So essentially what happened was I was told that I needed to be at TwitchCon and that I was going to be on the stage for the opening ceremony, and I was given essentially no other information apart from that, where to be and what time.
Yeah.
And so I arrived. I had the pleasure of the night before going to the ambassadors party, which was lovely. I got to meet some incredible people along the way, some brilliant mods from the different communities. And so we did like a brief rehearsal of like where to stand, and then we went backstage for a bit, and then we came out during the show. We watched the show, then they did the mod part at the end of the opening ceremony. That was great. We went on the stage and they all had swords. Now we were not told about these swords at all. I'll grab it so that we can see it a little better.
Oh, this is the sword that Atomic wants to see. He's getting his sword out. He's getting his sword out. Twitch is fine.
There we go. It's just my sword.
Look at that.
So we were presented with swords that are engraved with our names on, and they have the Twitch logo on the back, which is super sweet.
That is really smart. That
I think there's only 8 of these. These were all custom done for this event. There's only 8 of these in the world. I hope that they do them for TwitchCon San Diego, because there's definitely mods over in the US that deserve this kind of thing. So yeah, if that happened, absolutely crazy. I was on the front page for the opening ceremony, on the stage, had a brief chat with Mr. Dan Clancy himself just after the thing. It was quite funny. I'll give you one little like snippet of what was going on. Before the show, I was like just sort of backstage with everyone. We were chatting, they were making sure we we're okay. Is there anything we needed? Twitch staff did an incredible job. And also the production manager, the stage manager guy that did the TwitchCon thing, super cool dude. Everyone worked really hard on it. And Dan Clancy is just sitting there eating popcorn and just chilling, just straight chilling. So yeah, that kind of happened. That made TwitchCon really, really special for me, and gave me a bit of confidence as well, because TwitchCon became a whole different ball game for me. I was there working. I wasn't there. Obviously, I enjoyed it and I experienced some things, but I was working. I was trying to network for Ben. I was networking for myself. I was looking at different bits of software or brands that we could potentially collaborate with in the future. That's how Level came about, that Ben's live testing tonight. Off the back of that, I'm working with Level directly. So TwitchCon was great. The whole moderator thing was great. There's a whole new thing that Twitch are doing with moderators, where they've got like a Discord server now with loads and loads of moderators, all just there chilling, chatting, asking for advice, helping each other. So Twitch, I think, are really doing a lot for moderators at the moment. But yeah, that was sort of the start of TwitchCon. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, it was pretty fun time.
Now, sir, pick me, because I have a very important, not very important question. I have a question about the sword.
Yes.
First of all, if it was just a sword with the Twitch logo on it, I'd be like, that's nice. But you know, because it's got your name in it, makes me jealous, because I'm like, I want that. And I'll be honest, I don't really mod for many people, purely because I don't have the time, but I want that. Anyway.
The funniest thing was I was up there as Stray's moderator.
Yeah.
I didn't mod for Stray before the event. He doesn't stream.
Do you know the funny thing was, when he was up there, I was like, I didn't realize you mod for Stray as well. I was like, okay, whatever. I was like,
technically I do. Now I moderate for Stray and Cardiff community meetups, Twitch channels as well as.
But the thing was, I was like, I'm pretty sure Stray don't stream that often.
No.
Like if you were up there for Ben, I'd be like, okay, I know, but.
and the work that he puts in for the meetup stuff.
Yes,
I think
yes.
Cardiff is the biggest meetup in the UK, so they
Get
put a
in
lot of
there.
work in that. So it was nice to do that. And I'm gonna plug this because I can, and I don't work for CCM at all, but there is another event coming up in December. If anyone doesn't know about it, go and check it out on the socials. Cardiff Community Meetups.
I'll be there.
Or meet at Meetups Cardiff or whatever. I think we're probably all going to be there. I would have thought.
Sadly, I don't
Thinking
think we
about it.
can. It depends if we can afford it. So we're
Yeah, that's
looking
fair.
more towards end of year if we can or not.
So I think it's on like the 6th of
Be good
December.
to,
Go and
or-
check it out. Find the dates. Come and see us. Come and ask questions. I'm not sure what the format's going to be yet, but yeah, that's something that's happening.
Well, we're all there.
Last one were amazing, so you need to get yourselves there definitely.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in like local area to Wales.
I believe this one's going to be a bit more
100%.
chilled and a bit less formal in the format. It's more of like a pre-Christmas get together, but
Nice.
the team are definitely building some stuff up for that and planning stuff. I'm not even entirely sure what the venue's going to be yet, whether it's going to be Tramshed or something else. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something else, but I don't know for sure. But it's going to be a brilliant time either way.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the sword. I don't know. This has just popped into my head randomly. How was it getting the sword home?
I feel like this is a setup.
I've heard about this story.
So have I.
Getting the sword home was difficult.
Yes.
So you can't just walk into the post office because they don't have one. It doesn't fit in a carry-on bag. It doesn't fit in a normal hold luggage bag.
You're
either.
telling me you can't just walk onto a plane with a wooden sword?
Well, everyone said I should have just tried. The reason I didn't do that is because if
You would've
they
just said
had
it took
said
off
to
you,
me,
wouldn't you?
you can't take it on
Yeah.
the plane,
Goodbye sword.
I didn't want it to then cost me 200 euros to get the airport to send it back with me. Or something silly. I don't know how much it was going to cost, but that's like not what
Need
I
a
wanted
seat
to
for the
happen.
sword.
I didn't
You have to
the
hold.
money
You have to
available
buy a
to be doing
whole
that.
seat if you want to take this sword.
Yeah, you have to buy a whole seat for the sword, and it has to be attached to somebody at all times.
Yes.
And I didn't want it to get damaged or broken or anything like that. So we decided on the Monday after TwitchCon to roam Rotterdam and find somewhere to send this back. The hotel gave me the name of some store, like a department store, and I was like, okay, well, they don't have a central post office, so maybe they've got something here. They did have something there, but when I asked the staff member if they had something to wrap this sword in, and I was walking around Rotterdam with this sword in my hands, by the way, just wandering around like a LARPer without a costume. It looked quite strange. And she handed me a handful of like tissue paper, like wrapping tissue paper, gift wrap. And I was like, what am I supposed to? I'm trying to send this back to the UK. Like, what am I going to do with this? And she went, oh, DHL's upstairs. I thought, brilliant. We're winning. This is easy. We've smashed this, lads. Myself, Carlton, I think Rossi. Was Rossi Sully with us as well? I think so. Crispy Lemon was there at some point. And Ben. We're just roaming around. Go to the DHL drawers. Doesn't fit in the DHL drawers. So we
Nice.
can't send it back that way. So there goes that idea. Then we get told that no, you can go to like essentially, you know, like a post office in a corner shop or something, like an off license. You have like the
Yeah.
little post office. They have something in there called Post NL. So we found one of those. Now, Ben in confined spaces like stores can be entertaining at the best of times. So we spoke to the lady and we had pointed out that Ben has Tourette's. It was okay. We were trying to wrap this in a box. Now, as soon as I put tape on this box, Ben is screaming at the top of his lungs that we are French terrorists and that we're wrapping a pipe bomb in the middle of a store, screaming at the top of his lungs. He can't help it. I am bent double on the floor, tears streaming down my face. I can't breathe. I'm going blue. It took me completely by surprise. Colton and Crispy and myself are just, was it Crispy or Rossi? We're just, I don't know. It was such a blur. That bit was a blur because my eyes were watering so much. I couldn't even write my own address on the label. It was so bad. Ben, forever the source of fantastic entertainment in public spaces. And it cost me like 30 euros, which wasn't too bad. Then we went and we got a coffee and everything else. I flew home, not a problem. And I'm checking the updates every couple of days. When's my sword going to be here? When's my sword going to be here? Then customs get hold of it and go, payday. So I then had to pay another £30 to get it released from customs. Because the woman in the shop told me to put the value of like £100. And I was like, okay, maybe £100 will get me a new one if anything happens. Turns out if it's anything over like £49 or something silly, you have to pay import tax from the EU now.
Wow.
So it cost me €60 to get it home, which I didn't plan on. It would have been really nice. Twitch, if anybody from Twitch ever sees this, I appreciate so much that we got it. It's an incredible thing. But could we do daggers next time? They'll fit in a bag, or maybe a
little
like,
trophy with a sword on or
Twitch.
something.
Well, maybe have Twitch send them back for us or something like that, because it was stressful. Like I was worried because I'd got this amazing thing that I'm never going to get again. Extremely honored to have received it. And then I was like,
Very
wait, do I have
unique.
to leave this here? We actually did discuss breaking it to get it into a bag and then reassembling it once I got home. So yeah, stressful time. And the sword arrived about 2.5-3 weeks after TwitchCon. So we got it. I haven't fully mounted it yet. I'm thinking about a guitar hook to hook it on the wall so it can hook vertically. That could work. I mean, I'm an engineer by trade, so I probably should be able to work this out pretty easily. I just haven't put a lot of thought into it. I make stuff for a living. I should be good at this, but it just kind of chills there in the backdrop, and that's the sheath up there. That's pretty cool. The design of the sheath's really nice as well. So
Well, I was gonna say, why don't Twitch like put it in some sort of box so it's easier to transport home, so you don't have some sort of
yeah, I mean, if it was in a box, I probably could have carried it on.
yeah.
But because it was a sword, I was scared that, I mean, thinking about it, I should have just bought like a poster tube and stuck it in that, taped it up and taken it to the airport. They probably would have let me on with it, but I was stressed, hungover, and and just
And plus as well,
upset that the whole weekend was ending really.
and finding a poster tube is not exactly easy.
Oh, I mean, it would have been easier to find a poster tube than it would have been to find the place to post it to. Like from. We went in like 6 different stores. It was difficult. It was not a fun day, but we got there, and then we had a coffee, and then I went and grabbed my bag and flew home. It was lovely to go home. But like TwitchCon's great, but it didn't feel real. Like I felt like a rock star at TwitchCon. I had some amazing interactions. I spoke to some people that I feel like I should not have been speaking to. The CEO of Twitch is one of those. But I learned a lot. And I advise anyone to just try TwitchCon, but just remember that the biggest thing about TwitchCon is the networking outside of the con. So go to the con to enjoy the con itself. Go to the panels, listen to the musical artists, go and check out Artist Alley, go and speak to brands, do that kind of thing. But go and enjoy TwitchCon for the convention. And then outside of TwitchCon, like get yourself booked into these parties ahead of time. And that's where you really sort of the business is done, if you like. That's where you talk to like the brand reps, because the brand reps go out too.
Yeah.
So you'll be like speaking to them at the convention, and then later that night you'll be in a restaurant or you'll go to a party and they'll just be chilling at the bar and they'll come and say hi. So like just remember, everybody's watching all of the time. So represent yourself right in the right way. Be confident and have a plan and do it in advance. That's my TwitchCon tips. And take deodorant. It actually wasn't that bad this year.
That's like the key thing for any con.
Yeah, we
Deodorant.
took deodorant, and there was lockers you could use that you could unlock with your phone, and we shared a locker. We all brought deodorant, chucked it in there, and we routinely went round. We did the IRL stream as well. So
Well, for behind the scenes of CCM, I remember I took my rucksack, which by the way, it was my World of Warcraft one, and since that event I broke it because I overfilled it and I broke the zip, and I'm trying to get that zip fixed. I'm fuming, but I bought spray specifically because I was like, number one, it's gonna be a busy all day and I'm gonna be a sweaty boy, and just before and after being on stage, I know I was gonna profusely sweat, so.
yes.
I got the spray mainly for myself, but I then realized how many people just didn't have spray. So I was just walking around and I was like, look, I know you don't smell or anything. I'm not saying you smell, but do you want some spray? Because if it's anything like me right now, I'm a warm boy. So like, here's some spray if you want it. Like, but yeah, I always find with cons as well, the best some of the best times to get to know someone is after the event. Get get introductions at the event, but then if you're going out afterwards, or even if you're just like gonna go chill outside or something, you might just see someone like, oh, they were cool, and then you get to, like you say, an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes with someone that you necessarily wouldn't get to, because like you say, because you're outside, you feel like less stressed and it's a bit more natural.
Do you know how Ben Levin and myself became acquainted?
Oh, please tell.
The smoking area. So Kian at Level literally said, oh, it's really nice to see some people vaping, because it's not very popular in Rotterdam. Actually, I think it's like you can't buy the juice over there, so it's quite rare to see people actually vaping. Okay. And from that, Ben was like, oh, we started chatting. Are you a community member? Are you a streamer? What do you do? Then they said they didn't want to plug themselves. Ben then started chanting in their face, plug, 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 plug. We want to hear your brand. That happened, and then now I'm under contract with them, and Ben's launching this tonight, and that has all happened. We were at the convention, but we could have been anywhere. I then bumped into Kian later in the evening, and I bought him a drink, and we got chatting, and now we're helping be part of something that I think is going to be really good for creators going forward, and it's a really unique idea. So that literally all happened over a pint. So just like Leon said, the best business really is done over a pint. It was in a much more relaxed environment, and we were able to chat, be a little, not loose-lipped. You have to be a bit careful as to obviously how you carry yourself still, but you're in that relaxed environment. You can speak a bit more freely. You don't have to worry about trying to sell yourself, and get to know people. That's the biggest thing. My advice another bit of advice for conventions is get to know the people.
Yes.
Don't just go to get to know the brand, get to know the people. And that's where the parties come in.
Yes, exactly. Right, as we go to wrap things up, I have one final question for you, Mr. Spring. So I like to pick on Leon because he doesn't stream at all. So Leon has now decided we established he's a streamer that, what does he play? Oh, for God's sake, what game does he play? Atomic, what game does he play? Starfield? Is it Starfield?
Starfield,
Valley.
yeah.
No, Stardew Valley. Oh, imagine him playing Stardew Valley.
No, it's a big space, no.
Oh my God. I want him to play Stardew Valley. No. Anyway, so he's decided in his own brain that he wants to, he's noticed he's got a couple of people who need modding and stuff like that. So he goes, right, I'm going to start taking modding a bit more serious now. Who's the best person to go for modding? I know, the man with the wooden sword with his name on it. So he comes to you and says, Spring Peak, I want to get into modding. What advice would you give to him who is new to the modding scene, or wants to get better to the modding scene?
Okay, the first most important thing for a moderator is understanding the community that you want to be in. That is the most important thing. You need to understand what the inside jokes are, what is and isn't acceptable, and what the streamer does and doesn't like, does and doesn't do, and how much you can actually help. Secondly, what can you bring to the table? So are you being there just because you want to just be a chat mod? Are you being there because you want to be a Discord mod, or any of the other things that we mentioned tonight? And third, work out what time you have to be able to contribute to it, because that's going to be an important factor when you're offering your services to people.
There we go. Right. Is there anything else anyone likes to talk about before we head off?
That's pretty much it. All I will say is that if anybody needs anything, you know where to find me. I'm just at Spring Peak on Discord. It's the easiest way to reach out. You can find me on X, all the normal places. If you need help, ask. And if I can't help you, I know how to help you help yourself, if that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, come and say hi at CCM. It's gonna be good.
Did someone steal your name, Spring Peak, as well? Because everything you're Spring Peak _.
Yes. I can't get Spring Peak for love nor money. It's an inactive account with 0 followers, and it's been like that for 5 years.
They're always inactive.
I have tried to speak to Twitch staff about it, but they won't do it for me because they can't just go, yeah, we'll just close that account down for you. Apparently I didn't wave the sword quite enough, so maybe I just check up on it every 6 months and see if the account has become available. And it hasn't. So yes, I'm Spring Pink _ in most places, but Discord is just Spring Peak. But yeah, you can find me, type my name in, come to Ben's chat, somewhere you'll find me. If you need things, ask. I'll help if I can.
Yeah. Right. So, Atomic, thank you very much for being here today with the... I just realised you got a new pair of ears. You got the horny ones, which I think are Yoda ears. But you've got another set, are they?
Yeah. They could be like a weapon, these, or they're well sharp.
You collect
I'm
enough
wanting
of
the
them, you will start
Ramons.
looking like Medusa, so you have to be a little careful.
Yeah.
I know, I'm tempted to just keep buying horns and just keep, like, just rowing them. Just have loads of different ones.
Right. Atomic, this is your opportunity to get... Have you got your script up?
Let me just get my
That's behind
schedule
a
up, and then
mobile
at least
game
I
right
have an
now. Hold
idea
a
of what I'm
second, one
doing.
sec.
Yeah, let me just remove the mobile game.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't been playing it. I've been behaving. Trust me.
No, to be fair, she has. Right, so for the people who near and dear to your heart and love you and all that, who are you? Why are you here? And go on, plug. Down the... Oh, sorry. You gotta look down the barrel of the camera. Sorry, I forgot my... Jesus God, maybe not.
And don't forget your script. I'm Atomic Moonchild, very much a variety streamer. I'm currently got a few projects in the works where the big projects, but I'm excited. First one I'm starting tomorrow. But if you want to catch me live, you'll catch me next week where I'm doing a demo of a game called Pestilence, which I'm really excited for. And I'm back with Party Biscuits, which is the community night that I do. And that's pretty much all I've got going on at the moment because we're not MCR planning until September. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for me.
Well, and if people want to see you in person, they can see you in, what, 15 days? At Timeless?
At Timeless. Oh, yeah, we've got Timeless coming up, obviously. I'm so excited for Timeless.
Clearly so excited. It's on the tip of your tongue. You can't wait to get there.
Oh,
yeah, I'll be at Timeless.
We're Timeless. I've got Scotland. I've just got too much going on.
Ooh, you going to Scotland
next month. Just an holiday. Holiday.
I was so going to do that as well then. Quack missed his opportunity to go holiday.
Right, Mr. Spring Peak, sir. Thank you very much for joining us today. Taking time out of your very busy schedule. Hang on. Love hearing about all things more on Twitch. Okay. I thought Leon had something important to say then, and it's just complete.
Leon always has something important.
No, he doesn't.
Say.
No.
Yes, he does.
Don't. Just because he speaks very well.
He's a very important man, and I have all the time in the world for that man.
Trust me. If you knew when we had a call yesterday, what he... Oh, that sounds so wrong. I would say what he was doing while we're on the call, but it's nothing rude. Just, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, what Spring said. Anyway, Spring, thank you very much for joining us here today. This is the chance where you get to plug whatever the hell you want, but you got to look down the barrel of your camera and you plug away. Plug.
Okay. Ready? I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. Okay, so I'm Spring Peak. I'm most known for being Ben or That Tourette's Gamer's head moderator and manager. I'm doing all things moderation on Twitch, content, editing, do just about everything. You can find me anywhere. Just search for Spring Peak or Spring Peak _. And yeah, I'm currently working on a project with a company called Level. So go to joinlevel.com and check that out if you're a content creator. It's a really, really cool and unique way of integrating in-store game item purchases to your stream. Yeah, that's kind of me. If you need me, find me. I'll help if I can. And if I can't, somebody I know will. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. Thanks very much for having me on, really. And recognizing just little old me. Don't put me on a pedestal. I hate it. I'm just a dude that does things.
Yeah, but if you're that short as you claim you are, you might need to go on a pedestal just to, see.
Yes, a booster cushion is acceptable. Pedestal is not.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. At least I know where I stand. Yeah. So I'm Quackma Panda. I'm your variety shit show streamer. We've done the wrestling for this week, so tough luck on that one. What am I doing? Friday.
Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot something.
Yes.
The most important thing that you need for the day and to end the podcast is, if you're ever in doubt, just believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes.
I've waited all night to say that.
Right, you don't need to see me for the rest of the stream now because you're going to see Joe Hendry. So, yeah, the wrestling's done. I'm doing Resident Evil 6 with Bobby on Friday, and then Sunday I'm playing Pieces of Me, which is a horror game. But yeah, But thank you very much, Spring Peak. Thank you very much, Joe Hendry, for being my Lord and Savior. Atomic, cheers for being you. Champion, as always.
No worries.
Jesus Christ. Right.
I just forgot you're behind Joe Hendry, so you didn't see me thumbs up.
Yeah.
Joe saw us, all that matters.
Joe is all that matters. So this is the point now where I gotta keep an eye on the stream, and we used to do this for Twitter, but we don't do it no more for Twitter. So I'm just doing it just a way to end the stream. You gotta look at your camera and you gotta wave to say goodbye to everyone. So everyone, we will see you in 2 weeks.
Single hands, two hands.
Well, hey, if
Two hands looks weird.
If you're a single-handed man or a
I always
man,
two hands.
My camera's like pointing up at me. If I put my hand up, there's gonna Elon Musk on me, and this is not a good idea. Hang on, wave downwards, please.
Why don't we do any more? Because the leader of Twitter, aka Mr. Slippers817, doesn't screenshot them anymore, and we're too far behind now to carry on doing it. Boo, Mr. Slippers. Yeah, so we're gonna. Right, just Joe Hendry.
Thumbs up. Do we have to wave?
Yeah, you could do. You could. Do you know what? If you want to do a thumbs up, you can do a thumbs up.
I'll do a thumbs up because I feel weird waving. It's
Okay.
not really something I do very often.
Right. Okay. Everyone, we will
It's a
see.
queen wave, like.
Oh, that's.
I'm sorry, I don't do this often.
Right, but before we think, if anybody does want to be a guest on Creators of the Dawn Table, because I've had a couple of messages of people being like, "Oh, I don't think I'm a big enough content creator." There's no size. Like, if you want to be on and you got something to talk about, Spring Peak's chair will be available. His sword won't, because he'll take the sword with him.
That's how this happened. I just messaged Quack and said, "Look, if you want to talk about stuff, let's
Well,
chat
actually,
after
we
this
did this at CCM, didn't we? This has been in the works since CCM. So it's literally just that easy. Oh Christ, Joe's falling now. Sorry, Joe. Sorry. There we go. Right, we wave now, or put a thumbs up or whatever, and we'll see everyone in 2 weeks' time with our next guest for more Creators of the Donut Table. So, bye, Z's.
Bye.
I'm gonna wave. Why not?
Oh, wait, people message you. Some people do. I gotta.